Alright guys, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know. You know, these streams always gotta start scuffed as hell till I figure out what I'm doing. Is it balanced well with the music? Alright, perfect. Finally got it right this time. Hello, welcome everybody. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. Hopefully we all have a good time. I spent like the last 2 hours putting this list together. Or, well, we're gonna put this list together. I spent the last 2 hours gathering all the things I needed to make it possible. And then making the thumbnail and all that fun stuff. I'm also using my, my good mic stand mic. So hopefully my audio quality is better than last time from using my headset. So is everybody super excited about the game coming out tonight? Rest in peace, Nintendo Switch owners. Sorry you had to deal with, you know. Just gonna wait a couple more minutes before we get started, by the way. I'm just finishing up some last few things here. Let me just plug the stream on X, formerly known as Twitter, and on the Stop Motion Discord, so all the lads can see. I could probably stream the game, to be honest. I pre-ordered it on Steam, so my computer is pretty good, so. Man, I love Westopolis. It's such an underrated song. Alright, hopefully I won't have you staring at this thumbnail for that much longer. Oh! Where did everything go? Oh no, it's all falling apart. I can't ever hear this song without thinking about the Shadow the Hedgehog, the movie stop motion I made. And it ruined the entire song for me because that's such a stupid video. It is peak. It's one of the ones, more of my favorites. Let me also make a post, because you know, you gotta be on top of this. Oh no! The music. Me. It's your childhood. That video came out like 3 years ago? 4? How old are you, man? Making me feel old. Oh, you mean me in like in general? Yeah, I've been around long time. A long time. Yeah, those are some sick Boston themes. Hurricane. Solaris Phase 2 was always gonna have a special place for me. Perfect Dark Gaia, I wish it used like actual instrumentation instead of being so synthy, you know? It doesn't use real instruments, and that's the one thing that kind of hurts it as a song. I guess neither the Solaris Phase 2, but maybe it was better utilized. I don't know. But you know what you get with streams from me. It's always chillin', vibing, talking about Sonic games, what we love, what we hate. More love, though. Apparently the new game's getting great reviews, so we love that. We love to see that. Just realized I'm streaming super late on a Monday night. Okay. Putting up the YouTube post. Tonight we rate bosses. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now. Just typing up the YouTube post. Because, you know, my channel's so dead, nobody's gonna get notified. In preparation for Sonic X Shadow Generations. It's such a funny name to me, Sonic X Shadow Generations. It's like it's a shipping name. They couldn't have think of something better? Alright, okay. Back on chat. How we doing? It's been a long day. We need some chillin'. That's right. That's what I'm here to provide. Algorithm can be strange, no doubt. YouTube notifications suck anyway. Yeah, they're kind of bad. You know, we recently came out with Speed Stories episode 11. I know, after 10,000 years. And it's doing well. Not as well as I was at my peak when YouTube liked me, but it kind of worries me how many people don't know it exists but want to see it, if that makes sense. Like, it came out, but people probably just don't know it came out. So I'm probably gonna throw together a video, a little reminder. I'm compiling a bunch of fight scenes from the show right now, and I think I'm gonna make a compilation just to have another meaty upload to satiate the YouTube lords. Yeah, you know, Sonic is kind of riding the wave now. So hopefully, because it's really annoying having to keep up when you do animation. Like, I'm sure you guys probably watch Belena Productions and how much he despises YouTube systems. It's true. Like, I share a lot of the same sentiment towards it that he does. It's just not a friendly place for animators. Unless we can, like, vomit out content 24/7, it's just we're gonna get lost in the algorithm. Gonna get lost in the sauce. So, okay, I'm gonna pop the, let's see, display capture. It's you, right? No, don't look at my thumbnail. I mean, my desktop screen. Okay, here we go. See, right here, we've got our tier list, ladies and gents. We got S tier, also known as Ultimate. A tier, I guess. These black creatures really mean business. B tier, the coolest. C tier, damn not here. And worst tier, worthless consumer models. Yeah, I don't know how Moonshine does it. He is an actual machine, but you know, he made it his full-time job, so he can do that. But his work ethic is something to behold. I wish I could get on that level. So, what are we thinking? Our first one up is, what is this called? The Black Bull, right? I saved all these photos, I should know. And I played all these games, so I should know. Oh, another thing is, I don't have anything from Heroes or repeated bosses from Sonic 06. It has to be bosses Shadow purely fought by himself that are exclusive to him. Or else I would have to put like every Heroes boss and every 06 boss, and they all play the same. So what are we thinking about this fight? Black Bull. He's like... I mean, a lot of the boss fights in Shadow the Hedgehog aren't great, in my opinion. It's just a lot of bullet spam and ammo, and... they just take really long to complete. Maybe I'm bad. I haven't played the game since it came out. I'm sure I'll like it a lot more upon a revisit. But we gotta get our feet wet with Black Bull here before we get to the main course, the meaty bosses, you know? Why? Not gonna lie, I don't even remember how that boss fight goes. Well, you fight him in like 2 or 3 different locations, and neither are really that memorable. You know what? Can we get some... Maybe I can get some video rolling. Oh my god, I hate Bing so much. Gotta go to Google. Or even... No, what am I doing? I use YouTube out here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pause the music for now.
Or else.
So, think you have a chance against me, do you?
Look, I don't take orders, especially from you.
Let's skip around here.
Behold, the wrath of Black Arms.
Yeah, he is really just homing attack and gun spam, isn't
Now
he?
we're talking. Bring it on.
So this will be a good reminder to see. Jesus Christ, I forgot how cringe some of the dialogue in this was. You know, I don't hate on this game. It's actually pretty charming in its own right. Wow, I barely remember how this fight went. There we go, the gun spam. We got some gun spam.
That thing's blubbery body seems immune to most attacks. We need to find out its weak spot.
We need to find out its weak spot. I miss Jason Griffith so much, guys. It hurts. Every time I hear him, it's like losing a family member.
It's not dead yet. Keep going.
Okay. I guess we get the idea here. We get it. We get it. We understand how Black Bull works. So, I'm thinking... I'm gonna put the music back on. I'm thinking... he's gonna go... and probably worthless consumer models. That's a good place to put him. We in agreement here, fellas. You know, I've never seen the cutscenes in Japanese, the Luna, but I bet they go extremely hard. He was just kinda... he was just not that guy. He's not that guy. He's lame. Lame boss. First one of the tier list. We didn't expect it to be great. So now... we got Sonic and what this... and a Diablon, right? That's what it's called? That was a pretty cool fight. I mean, we're gonna probably rank these... sorry, excuse me. We're gonna rank these like as a whole package, you know, music, like their meaning in the story, gameplay, the whole 9 yards. So... we're gonna go ahead and pull up the Diablon fight. Real quick. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? I bet the dialogue is vastly superior. Okay, boom, bomb. Oop. We're here. Let's see what the Diablon's all about, man. Watching this kind of makes me want to play Shadow the Hedgehog again, just to get the experience.
Get out of my way. Shadow, I can't let you go. Not like this.
You're the one who destroyed the Ark and killed everyone on it. It's time.
So what do we think about the gun commander coming back and, you know, being remembered in an actual character again? Pretty cool.
I was born to bring order to the humans. These humans, they don't value life. They're going to pay with their lives. For
He was
what
so
they've done.
edgy. Shadow, what are you saying, my brother?
Sonic, if you try to stop me, I'll destroy you too.
This really was the angsty phase.
This is for my family and for Maria. I'll settle this once and for all with my own hands.
Let's do this, Shadow.
Good old Abe. He's got a first name now, finally. I know that was established in the Archie comics, right? But it's cool to see it like introduced into the actual canon. Oof. Watching this, these bosses really did kind of have a lot of Heroes design philosophy where it's hit it until it dies. Bullet sponge. Not really that threatening, just kind of annoying to fight. Because it just takes so long to take down. Cool robot design though. Gun needs to come back.
Now it's still devil!
See, we've watched like what, 2 minutes of this fight so far, and it's we just know how it goes down now. There's nothing interesting that it brings to the table, and that's kind of my biggest problem with a lot of Shadow the Hedgehog boss fights. They're big, giant square arenas with bullet sponge enemies because you have to make use of the shooting mechanic. So, yeah. Shadow's favorite word is damn. I mean, not anymore. You can't say that. We rated E again. I remember seeing in a magazine when I was really young. It's probably Nintendo Power, where Shadow the Hedgehog was first being like revealed, and it was supposed to be a rated T game. So I wonder, and all that stuff Jason Griffith saying of a bunch of extra like cussing being on the cutting room floor that no one's ever gonna hear. I wonder really how far they were willing to take that idea. Like, could you just imagine? Dude, unironically got... Whoa, temporary. Let me unpack that. The only unironically good thing to come from Shadow the Hedgehog is wasting Eggman. Yeah, that was kind of sick. I thought that was kind of funny, but really dark. Alright, so now Sonic and Diablon, marginally better, I'd say, than Blackpool. Not by much. What are we thinking? He could go worthless or damn not here. But I'm leaning more toward worthless. The Black Arms, I think the Gun Soldiers were gonna have red blood coming out instead of the Black Arms green blood. Yeah, that would have probably pushed it into M territory if they went with that idea. Sonic and Diablon worthless. Yep. I'm thinking it's worthless, peeps. We're going... But is he better or worse than Black Bolt? Better, right? Better. I'm keeping him better. He's better, but they're both pretty crap bosses. Man, why are all the Shadow the Hedgehog ones stacked like this? I guess we're going on to Egg Breaker. Let's see. Egg Breaker. I looked it up on YouTube and it's literally just people breaking eggs. Should have been more specific. Alright, I'm gonna pick one. I know you fight him like 80 times. Let's check it out.
So, I see you sneaky rats are back again, huh?
Damn, even Espio. They got him too.
Please tell me,
He's got a dirty mouth. He's a bad, bad boy.
who am I? What am I doing here?
Are you still wondering who you are, Shadow?
Peak YouTube content. I wonder, I didn't get to see how many views that had, but... Hey, it's Jay.
He's trying to trick you.
Yeah, 100% agree. Jason Griffith as Shadow. It's probably one of the best sounds to ever exist. I do like the banter that the characters have with each other and Eggman. Well, not really Shadow, he's kind of doing his own thing. He doesn't talk to anybody. but the friends and Eggman himself, they got some sweet bands. Some pretty sweet bands. Okay, never mind. I remember this. You know what they say, the more the merrier. Over and over. Oh my god. He won't stop. Alright, that's enough of that. The more the merrier, the more the merrier, the more the merrier. Alright, we're back. That has gotta go in worthless consumer models. I don't care. I might have to make the executive call. Because that was not, like, at all. I'm pretty sure Eggman probably said the more the merrier at least 12 more times. So, Eggbreaker, where's he going? I know where he's going, but do you guys know where he's going? Ultimate, clearly. He's the best, but maybe he should be in his own tier. The more the merrier. That's it. He's gonna go there, and only him. I don't know if anything can compete with that. We might have peaked right now. The more the merrier. Oh my god, I'm gonna hear it in my nightmares. You know what they say, he knows, we all know. We're all aware. Oh boy. Who's next? Hot shot. Let's go. We're entering peak. Let me pull up his video.
This is Scorp. Reintroduce Hotshot and
Oop.
enemy movement has been detected.
Here we go.
Intercept and destroy.
Our very first introduction to Shadow, and I gotta say it was beautiful, man. I remember this fight like, well, I play SA2 a lot, but there's just something so like iconic about this boss fight that you can literally just feel it, and then, you know, abusing all the extra hits you can get out of him. Like, even watching it, I feel like I'm hitting the button inputs myself, you know? Wow, that was fast. Alright, you know what? We just picked an absolutely gassed up player to watch. Nice job, Sonic JGB. You're insane at SA2. So, hot shot. This might be our first non-crap boss of the tier list. And they're playing his music right now. It was only meant to be. You know, yeah, he's decent. Love how the boxes give him extra hits. Yep. Same model, showing Shadow and Sonic are similar in power. Yeah, it was a good, like, measurement of that. I'm thinking he goes Man, Shadow's first boss, SA2. I'm biased. Bring me back to Earth, guys. Where is he going? Completely objectively, because I put him in Ultimate just cause, out of principle. Bosses as a starter will always be a good idea. They didn't do it in Unleashed because it would have shattered both systems and psyches. Either coolest or black creatures. You know what? I'm down for black creatures. We're gonna put them in black creatures. Cause Shadow's first fight. Come on, SA2. It had all the sauce. Speaking of sauce, whew, look at who we got next. The man himself. Let's pull up his boss fight, shall we? Let's pull it up. This is phase 1, by the way. I separated phase 1 and phase 2 into 2 separate bosses. Just so. Why? Because we've got to drag this out as long as possible. Gotta make YouTube like me again, you know?
Such food.
Alright. We're going Mephiles phase 2.
Lishness. Very well. Let's see if you can entertain me.
Don't bother.
So sick, man. For all the crap 06 gets, it had some solid, cool ideas. And I know everyone was losing their minds when they showed Mephiles was coming back. Because for everything this game did wrong, they made one of the coolest Sonic villains ever. I don't think I've ever seen a second of this boss. What? Have you not played 06, Jay?
It doesn't matter how many of them you defeat.
I mean, I don't blame you if you didn't, but... So basically, the goal of this fight was to just beat on his little minions until you build your meter, and then you can actually do real damage to him. Pretty straightforward. Not too annoying. You know, it was a nice little dance back and forth. Which is better than, you know, the Shadow the Hedgehog bosses. And then Dan Green, I hope he comes back as his voice in the game. Or in Sonic X Shadow. I doubt it, because he's like semi-retired now. And he still goes to a bunch of events and, you know, promotes being Yugi and stuff, because that is his big iconic role. Like, Mephiles was cool, Knuckles was cool, but him as Yami Yugi, that's his Sonic right there. That performance is insane, guys. If you ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh, you just know. Nothing but the majority of Sonic's story. I gotta hop back in real soon. I mean, yeah, I say you owe it to yourself to play it. I mean, any Sonic fan really does. Because I think we've kind of matured past it. Oh, 06, bad game, haha, funny joke, it's terrible. Destroyed Sonic's reputation. But, you know, I don't really hate it that much. I remember buying a Xbox 360 just to play it. And thinking it was cool at the time. Alright, that was Mephiles. Alright, that was Mephiles. Oops. I'm gonna take that.
Perfect mission.
Oh, that Omega voice though. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, Yami Yugi is an iconic voice. It is. It's up there. It's one of my favorites. Oh, definitely currently 100%ing secret rings for you. What are you doing, man? That's masochistic. Secret rings 100%? You must really like hearing 7 rings in hand. Can't get enough of it. Right. Mephiles Phase 1. Better boss fight. Cool character. Bad quote-unquote game. Whatever. And you got to play as Omega a little bit to fight him, you know? That's cool. Even though Omega actually controls like hot garbage. But I've yet to play Project 06, and I hear everything is fixed and it's a great game. Which kind of sucks because Sonic Team had it. They had all the tools. They just delivered a mediocre product. What's up, Ginimations? What's good, King? The only thing bad about 06 was it being buggy. I watched the cutscenes and it was an okay story. Seems like they were trying to be like Final Fantasy. Yeah, I can see that. But, you know, buggy, the load times, some of the characters controlled really terribly. Soliana was a terrible hub world. The Elise was lame. Silver's cool. We love Silver in this house. He was the greatest thing to come out of 06. I don't care. Debate me. I'll say coolest or creatures below Hot Shot. Like the first part with Shadow, but the Omega part kind of sucks. The Omega part only sucks because Omega sucks to control. But yes, you know what? I can concede to that. Oh, I forgot to play the music. Whoops, no, I'm not putting him there. Okay. You should definitely play Project 06. Every character's fun to use. I 100% plan on doing that sometime soon. Maybe stream it. I don't know. We can get into that. I want to stream a lot more. It's fun. I just have to feel like it's worth it, you know? I don't want to just lollygag. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Coolest creatures that, yeah, you should definitely play. Yep, animation. Has fun level design, but the programming can really hinder someone's experience. Oh, yeah. Base 06, yeah, for sure. Undoubtedly. I had some neat ideas, but they really need more time to fix the issues. So 6 story had many issues. It did have many issues, but there was a good story in there. It's buried deep, but it's in there. So yes, Mephiles is going in. These black creatures really mean business, but behind Hotshot. Yo, what happened to 5-side square dubs? They were funny AF. You know, me and the boys, we really did enjoy those dubs. They are 100% a product of their time as far as dubs go. And you know, we've got the Snapcube team and them just killing it with their interpretation and production value now. But we do miss it. We do look back upon them like every now and again just to have a laugh, but there is no way in 2024 we can have those around because, you know, we were younger, we said edgy things, we said funny things, we made, you know, jokes that aren't quite acceptable anymore, but I'm glad you enjoyed them. And it would be funny to do another one. And we're moving on to the final hazard. You know where this is gonna go. I know where this is gonna go. If anyone wants to try and say anything less than ultimate, please make your case in the chat. Please. Because this is peak Sonic, period. Yo, what's up, Stop Motion YT? Yeah, you're not that late. We're not even halfway through the tier list because I'm yapping. We're just, to catch you up real quick, we're rating bosses from Shadow, well, not Shadow's games, but bosses that he fought or took part in fighting. Not gonna argue with that. It's a bit basic, but it's an amazing set piece. Yeah, it is. It's like when people think of Sonic, they think of this fight. Probably. But like I said, I'm an SA2 fanboy, so I'm gonna be blinded by that. William put the final hazard in ultimate. The gameplay is whatever, but the scope, emotion, and live and learn really carry it. The Luna, that's what I'm saying. It's just such a big immersive experience. Like, especially when you're younger. Like, when I was a kid and I first experienced that final boss, it blew my mind. It was the coolest thing in the world to me. And a lot of Sonic final bosses, they get to that level because a lot of them are really hype. You know, Perfect Dargaea. I really like the Force's final boss. I know, that's crazy. But I just think that has great atmosphere as well. Man, we can do a final boss tier list at some point because I've got a lot to say about those. Finally beat SA1 a week ago for the first time. Always gave up around Amy's and Big Story. Can confirm that SA2 is the better game. SA1 is fun though. SA1 is fun. But it's just got more parts that drag it down. Like in SA2, people really don't like the mech levels and the treasure hunting levels. But they're not as big a part of the game as Big and Amy and all the retreading you have to do as other characters. Even if playing as like Gamma and Knuckles, and then it's just like you want to be Sonic. Everybody's just puts up with the other characters' gameplays, but everyone wants to play as Sonic or Shadow. Tails, I'll give them Tails, because Tails is fun to just fly around with. In Adventure 1. Dude, I'm making a show right now and it's so draining. Yep, and it only gets worse the better you get. So, it's a gift and a curse. I mean, it took me 10 years to make my newest episode, and then, no, it really didn't. I just had, you know, long periods of time where I dropped it, then picked it back up, then dropped it. But if I really had to condense it, it probably took maybe like 6 months of actual work. It's just a ton of filming. Any advice? Film, break it up. Don't film it in like script order. Film like the fun stuff that you're excited to make, and then film like the boring stuff, and then film the fun stuff. Like, just divide it out equally so that you don't burn yourself out. Because what I hate is having to shoot dialogue, because there's only so many ways you can move the figures around to talk, essentially, when making them fight is way more fun. But I like to work on action sequences first, or even during a dialogue sequence, I'll just add some cool little effects here and there that I think might spice it up. You know, you gotta make it not boring for yourself or for your viewer. I don't know if you've seen, it's called Sonic Connections, and it's a classic series with like daily adventures. I'll make sure to check it out. So yes, Final Hazard is going in Ultimate. Simple as. Simple as. Who's next? Devil Doom. Oh boy, another Shadow the Hedgehog fight. What are we thinking about Devil Doom? Let me pull up the reference. Because that fight is also super... I don't know. What's the common opinion on it? Do people hate it? Do people like it? I'm not really down with how people feel about Shadow the Hedgehog. Does he make the bio-lizard noise? He does. Hold on, play that again. So yeah, this fight, I remember it being super annoying to me. I just didn't like the concept. It's more like they traded the gun for the Chaos Spear. It's still like bullet spam. It's bullet spam, big arena, annoyingly tanky enemy. Great music, great atmosphere though, and very cool boss design. He looks really dope. So there are some redeeming qualities to this fight. But I don't know. Anybody want to weigh in on this? Also, there's a lot of yapping from the rest of the cast. Kind of reminds me of Time Eater. Devil Doom, I'd say Black Creatures. It has similarities to Final Hazard for me. Mech gameplay, but again, love the emotion of Shadow finally putting his path. Yeah, it is, in terms of what it represents in the story, it kind of earns it back some points. For sure. And man, I Am All of Me is so... It's such a banger, man. Even though, you know, Shadow has like 5 main themes. It's also it's goofy that Shadow's hands are together to look like a gun. I never noticed that. Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous. Oh, the boss. It's over. The boss is over. He's done. Devil Doom. Devil Doom. He is going to probably go in Black Creatures. Behind Mephiles, though, right? He's not better than Mephiles. Is he better than Mephiles? I don't know. I honestly can't say. I think... I just like Mephiles more as a character. So maybe that's why I'd keep him there and put Devil Doom, like, behind him. Damn. Say below Mephiles. Okay. So there's just, like, a power gap of bosses here, I'm noticing. So we're putting Devil Doom and Black Creatures. No the coolest, no damn not here. It's just kind of good bosses to great bosses, and then just absolute garbage bosses. We have 2 sides of the extremes here. Oh man. We got another SA2 boss. This one needs no introduction. I'm not gonna run the tapes. You know what it is. Great fight, great atmosphere, really cool part of the story's climax. Iconic dialogue, even though they're getting cut off by each other every 2 seconds during the actual fight. I'll use your... You know, I never knew what he used to say until I actually downloaded all of the sound effects for SA2 to use in my stop motions, and there's parts that have the characters' lines isolated, so you can kind of hear everything they were going to say. And he actually says, I'll use your technique, but you will never hear it in the game, ever, because he just says, I'll use your, and then chaos control, and he teleports. So, really funny little hidden gems like that. We need an SA2 remake or remaster. And I know that's like the most lukewarm take ever, because who wouldn't want that in the Sonic community? So, below Mephiles? Sonic? Below Mephiles? No, you're talking about Devil Doom. Right, that's old. Sonic. Oh, well, Sonic, I think, could go in Ultimate. This fight with Sonic, because it is really good, and it's fun, and I think we should put it in Ultimate. I think, Luna, you're my go-to person for a second opinion here. You'd say coolest. So we're saying that Sonic is a worse fight than Devil Doom? I don't know about that one, Chief. We're gonna have to break this down a bit more. What don't you like about the Sonic fight that makes you think it should be below Devil Doom? I will wait for your answer. I'm the coolest. We could put Sonic above Mephiles as a compromise. You know what? I can get behind that. Also, it's only fitting that Sonic at least gets one of his fights in These Black Creatures Really Mean Business, because, you know, that's his line. So he's better. But well, now you got me questioning, is he worse than Hotshot? Because I don't think he is. Now we're really getting nitpicky here. Maybe he can go the top of These Black Creatures Really Mean Business, maybe. Because if we really put him and Hotshot side by side, like, both iconic, but come on. Come on, For True Story. For True Story. Alright, Shadow, time for me to finish this. It's just too peak, man. You find Hotshot personally more fun. It is my list, but you know, I kind of want the participation of the chat. Which is mainly just you right now, but still value the opinion. Because, like I said, I'm SA2 blind. Just because it's SA2 automatically makes it better in my eyes. But in the overall objective scheme of things, I want to be, like, objective. Booyakabunga Stop Motions, what's up? Welcome to the Scuffed Shadow boss fight tier list, where we can't decide if Sonic should be the peak of These Black Creatures Really Mean Business or be behind Hotshot. I'm gonna leave him where he is. We can come back to that. Next we got Black. I'm not playing Black Doom's fight because that is probably the worst fight in the game. And we're talking about a game that also had Black Bull and the Egg Breaker. So that's saying something. I personally did not like fighting Black Doom, especially because he makes this really annoying sound the entire fight. Sonic vs. Shadow should have been on Ultimate. That's just me. Yeah, it is. It's up there. It's up there. You know, it's high. It's high tier. Base Black Doom sucks. Yes, he does. It's so bad. It's just terrible. But if I had to hear it, so do you guys. Because it is... What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Like... It's just that noise the entire fight.
If you're high enough, you should be able to strike directly!
That said, I would fight Black Doom over Diablon. Really? I kind of see them as like equal, honestly. But you know what? Diablon is just cooler because it's also got Sonic in it. But, okay, that's enough of that. That sound is irritating. Black Doom, more like terrible boss. He's going in worthless consumer models. Smack dab between Black Bull and Diablon. Who's next? Shoot, what is this guy called? Somebody remind me, please. I know he was in the Dark Beginnings episode. Wow, Shadow really hasn't fought that many bosses. But then again, I didn't include heroes and 06 repeats. Oh yeah, Blue Falcon. There we go. They're essentially the same thing. So I remember that fight being actually kind of cool. I mean, it still suffered from all the problems with Shadow the Hedgehog fights, but that one was it didn't bother me as much. Oh yeah, that was a super boss battle design. They didn't just pull that out of thin air. You know who else was in that? The More the Merrier himself. It was a cool fight. I liked the little particle beam, like shock waves he did. I liked all the missile salvos. It was like kind of aesthetically in line with Bigfoot and Hotshot. It even had the same theme, kind of. Well, it was like a remix, but it was still good. As I like that it dropped the homing gun. I would say, damn, not here. Yeah, the one Shadow the Hedgehog boss to beat the allegations. We're putting him in damn not here. We did it. Oh wait, Devil Doom also beat the allegations. But he doesn't count, he's a final boss. Alright, Solaris. Big boy Solaris. Hold on, hold on. I need to do this right. So, Solaris. I guess I'm gonna lump Phase 1 and Phase 2 into one boss here. You had to make a lot of use of Shadow to do damage. It was probably the most fun way to do damage out of the three, in my opinion. I just liked shooting Chaos Spears. It was a lot of fun. Really hype, great atmosphere, super cool concept of Sonic, Shadow, and Silver fighting him in 3 points in time at once. Peak boss, probably my favorite in the entire Sonic series. That isn't the final hazard. Yo, what's good? How do I pronounce your name? I know you're in the Discord. I see you a lot. You're a great animator. It's Cow. I'm gonna call you Cow until you correct me. Temporary Handle, His World is such a great song. It is. It's like Sonic's theme to me. You know, he's got it. It Doesn't Matter. Night of the Wind. Great songs, all good songs. But there's just something about His World that just hits different. Solaris, I'm saying ultimate. Gameplay's actually decent. Awesome music. Great scope. High motion. It was just really cool. I 100% agree. I'm thinking he goes ultimate. But we're not going to put him there just yet because I'm going to gush about this boss fight a bit more because I love it so much. Man, what a moment in Sonic. I feel like Solaris was the final hazard, like, to Electric Boogaloo, right? It kind of hit all the same notes, but turned it up a notch. Like, you've got Silver fighting him now. 3 hedgehogs instead of 2. Fate of the world was at stake with the final hazard. Fate of the entire existence of everything. Solaris, a literal god of time and space. This was really when Sonic became something more. I mean, he was always, you know, fighting these deity level threats. Even ever since Chaos, pretty early on. But I don't know. Something about Solaris was just weird. It was weird in a good way. It was just ethereal. They made Sonic go, like, multiversal. No. I'm playing the song again. We're not done. But yeah, Solaris, well, he's going in Ultimate. He's just too cool. Great design, great music, great fight. In an otherwise bad, and I use bad with quotes, and have not as heavy-handed, misunderstood. Let's call Sonic 06 misunderstood. I feel like that's better. Because people that hate it for valid reasons, but the people that like it for just as valid reasons. I like Sonic when he runs fast. I also like Sonic when he runs fast. It's one of my favorite things that he does. Okay, so now we're down to the Bio Lizard. The Bio Lizard. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. There we go. Bio Lizard. Let's talk about the Bio Lizard. Completely out of left field fight. Did not think we would be fighting that, even though, you know, earlier in the story you see the picture of it on the newspaper, kind of foreshadowing his appearance. Well, I would like to add, I like Solaris' design. The birds were hinted at throughout the game. The statues, people wearing bird cloaks, and I think Elise's feathers are meant to represent a dove. Yeah, I can see that. It was kind of... you can actually tell that it was a culture and that this was their god. There's a lot of imagery that evoked what Solaris kind of is. So yeah, super cool. Another layer of Sonic 06 that people don't see. BioLizard, our favorite prototype. I think just on a mechanical level, gameplay-wise, it's a very fun boss fight. Like, it's one of the harder ones. Takes a degree of skill in knowing what you're doing. It's got great attacks. His little tail swipe and his little chase move just to keep you kind of moving constantly. And you know what? Who designed the little, like, opening? You know what I'm talking about. The opening in the circle that you fight him on, that if you fall in, you just drown to your doom. It takes you away. I kind of like that they threw that in there because it makes the tail swiping attack and the chasing attack a little more lethal when they would otherwise be really easy to avoid. Cool choice. His little shadow balls things that you have to somersault or jump over, really cool. You know, you're just engaged in that fight. You're doing things. Lizard Ultimate, great music. It's pretty fun and thematically I like it since SA2 is about reals and fakes. I see Shadow taking on the BioLizard, so I'm trying to prove he's the real Ultimate. Yeah. It's another one of those bosses where it is very integral to the story and characters, and it means something, and those are always the best boss fights. When they're not just some random mook that you're beating up just to, you know, get from point A to point B. It has actual weight. And it's really fun. Man, yeah, it's just a great fight. As he established earlier in the story, the Shadow has, and his memories might not be real, and he might not be the real Shadow of Infinity, so... yeah. But BioLizard sure as hell is not the real Shadow. Yeah, I'm thinking Ultimate. Probably easiest Ultimate of my life. Nah, that's a lie. The other two were pretty easy Ultimates, too. The Ultimate fights are the ultimate. You just know. They've just got so much going for them that it's kind of hard to debate. I don't think anybody's gonna sit here and tell me that Devil Doom is better than the BioLizard. Or anybody in Black Creatures tier. It's just not. So, Ultimate. Sonic Part 1 from SA2 on Prison Island. This fight's kind of eh. It doesn't have the level of I don't know, gravitas that the second fight does. It's just kind of there. And you're not really doing much. You're just homing attacking him until he dies. I like that Big is hidden in the little, like, underneath the grate. You can see him. Neat little detail of that fight. But otherwise, it just really isn't that important. But it does have the, oh, I found you, Faker. Faker. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh, you're not even good enough to be my... That is just a legendary moment in Sonic, period. Rival fights in Sonic aren't really that great. Yeah, it's because they should do what they did in Generations and design them... Rival fights are, I feel like they're bad when you have control of the other characters in the game. So like in 06, like in SA2, like in Heroes. they're just basically AI controlled player characters instead of a designed boss fight. But in Generations, when you fight Shadow and Silver, there's a lot more that went into their design from a gameplay perspective. It's not at all how it was in the games that they came from. So yeah, I'm down to put Sonic Dam above Blue Falcon though, just because it's more memorable. Wow, we're really nearing the end of the list. It's been an hour and a few minutes, so I think this is a good sizable stream. We got some content out today, boys. Maybe when it's uploaded, people will hop on and watch, because I think it's been fun. I really like deep diving into Sonic games and things that I like and dislike from them. Because, you know, a lot of my channel is animations, which I love doing and are very fun, and I'm not going to stop, but it's good to just kind of relax and do something a little less intense. And if they're all chill streams like this, I'm gonna have to come up with more ideas, probably more tier lists. It's very easy to just do tier lists. And I like to be analytical, but not in a scripted way, you know? I don't see myself making like video essays and things like that, because I just don't have the time. But, you know, I'm a fan of this franchise like everybody else in the community, so I want to, you know, add my 2 cents to the discussion, whether it's valuable or not. So we're up to Egg Dealer. Another bad boss fight, in my opinion, from Shadow. And, you know, the joke's been made 1,000 times that why would Eggman design something like that exploitable against himself? But, you know, he's a wacky guy and he makes a wacky invention, so cut him some slack. It's also just funny that Eggman gets completely and utterly destroyed by Shadow after that fight and murdered. I think this is going to go in worthless consumer models. Yeah, Egg Dealer's one of Eggman's dumbest inventions. Here you go, Shadow. Free stuff to kill me with. Oh. So, wordless consumer models. Is it worse than Black Bull? It might be worse than Black Bull. I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking worse than Black Bull. And that leaves us with just one more. The man of the hour himself. Mephiles Phase 2. I think we're really going to get through this list without anybody being in the coolest. Nobody is the coolest, apparently. I feel weird about putting Mephiles below Phase 1. Because Phase 2 is a better fight. Phase 2 is a better fight. And no Omega this time. We gotta give it some points there. The removal of Omega is kind of a huge boon to this fight. Also, it leads to one of Shadow's greatest moments ever. Is this the boss battle after the cutscene, TM? I think it's before. I think the cutscene... No, after the cutscene. No, yeah, it's... His fight is before that cutscene. Because he loses... someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that cutscene happens after the boss battle. Say Mephiles Phase 2 is between Devil Doom and Mephiles Phase 1. It takes too long to build meter. Yeah, it is kind of a grind. It does take long to build meter. It's got cool visuals. It's got great music. And then of course it leads to the cutscene TM. So a lot of good things about it, but the actual fight itself isn't nothing too crazy. It is after. Okay, so I was right. I remember back when I was a wee lad and this game just came out and you can have a bio on your Xbox Live. Mine was, it was that quote. It was, if the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have. And it was so cringe. And I got hate mail every day. No, I didn't. Did get called slurs, though. But, you know. Early 2010s, 2006 to 2010 era Xbox Live sure was something, fellas. Yeah, the aura of that is unmatched. But maybe, you know, Sonic X Shadow Generations will give us even greater Shadow moments. And I think this is a good place to call it, because never turn back. We're hyped for the new game. We're ready. We're putting Mephiles, and these black creatures really mean business. And that completes our tier list. We did it. No, not a single boss fight made it into the coolest. Kind of disappointed in that. But it's been fun. I'm glad I can just kick it, make some video that isn't stop motion, and hang out with you guys. For all of you who were here, Jay and Luna, appreciate it. I know it's late on a school night, so most of my viewer base either doesn't care or isn't awake right now. But hopefully more stuff coming soon. Egg Motion, it's been great lurking. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for sticking around, even if you're having it on as background noise. But yes, I hope everybody enjoys the game tomorrow if you're playing it. I'm gonna probably play it as soon as it unlocks at midnight on Steam. And I'm hoping it's gonna have a good time. Or I'm gonna have a good time. Alright. Most of my viewers already graduated college. You know what? You're not wrong. Sometimes it really gets away from me how big of a gap my uploads, or at least episodes of Speed Stories, have gone through. But yeah, hopefully more exciting things to come. Stay tuned. We'll do another fun stream eventually. Just gotta find something cool. About to graduate next semester, but I don't have class till 12 tomorrow, so I can stay up late. Oh yeah. Well, I have work tomorrow, so I'm gonna get maybe an hour or two of Shadow Generations in, and then turn in for the night. But yeah, it's been real, guys. We went for almost an hour and 30. Good stream. Feels good, man. Feels strong, man. I will see you in the next one. And you know what they say, the more the merrier.